Central Prince William County, which includes Manassas and Manassas Park, and also the city of Fairfax in Fairfax County until 8 o'clock. So again, it is a Doppler indicated tornado. But we have had reports from someone from Seven Corners saw what they thought was a little rotation with that earlier tornado warning. So I would take this pretty seriously. If you're in Fairfax or Vienna or Centerville or Reston, Annandale, take cover immediately. All right. Here's a look at the radar. This is that massive line of storms we've been talking about and why we had to go to a red alert today. Tremendous lightning, hail, gusty winds, and yes, possibly some tornadoes. This is the tornado warning right here. This is the box, the warning box. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning around that box. Now, the tornado warning covers, again, city of Fairfax, city of Manassas Park, Fairfax, and Prince William County until 8 o'clock. Tremendous lightning with these storms. That's as dangerous as anything. So I would take this very seriously. I would take cover if you're in this area, if you're in Fairfax or your points northeast of here, even out towards Chantilly. Some gusty winds, probably in excess of 60 miles per hour, whether or not we have the tornado or not. We'll zoom in a little bit again. This is headed toward Tyson's. And again, it doesn't quite, it includes Tyson's Corner and Fairfax proper, but it's moving northeastward, really right for the district and right for eventually Montgomery County. So where's it going? We're looking at Fairfax at 744, Silver Spring at 8:38, and College Park at 8:49. So that's if this storm holds together. Those are some of the arrival times on our storm tracker. So this is going to be a heavy storm, despite the fact whether or not it produces a tornado or not. Okay, we're okay right now. Just down 17, Kathy. We're fine. All right, so this is what we're looking at now. This is the tornado warning, and again, it's headed off to the north and to the east. And let's zoom in a little bit more. Aldie heavy rain, Chantilly heavy rain, maybe some hail on the backside of this storm, which is an indication of perhaps a tornado, and certainly an indication of a thunderstorm intensifying, if you will. Had reports downtown of hail in District 3, there, Ward 3. So this is where we're thinking. The shear is not crazy at 33 miles per hour, but there is some indication of a little bit of rotation here. So I want you to take cover, please. Take this seriously. This I'm a little more concerned about than the earlier tornado warning that we had. So again, it goes until 8 o'clock. It's right in the heart of Manassas and right in the heart of Fairfax. What should you do? Well, we go over this all the time. Go to the basement, go to an interior room. Stay away from windows and protect yourself from flying debris. That is one of the biggest causes of injury. Even without a tornado, if you get something moving at 60 miles per hour, it can become a deadly projectile. So stay away from windows, get the kids inside. We're all going to have winds, so you can start to secure loose objects, turn small tables upside down, stay away from windows, obviously, and put the umbrellas down on the porch and also on the patio. Here's the future cast. These storms are going to hold together. They're not really going to weaken. They may or may not maintain the tornadic characteristic, but they're going to hold together. So by 8:30 on the future cast, we got still big storms in Montgomery County running through the district and now into portions of southern Maryland and across into the northern neck. And by 9 o'clock, heavy activity into southern Maryland, Charles County, St. Mary's County, and still some pretty good activity too up near Frederick. I think by the time we get to 10 o'clock, all the severe weather will be on the other side of 95. There'll be some residual showers, sure, but the real activity in terms of severe weather will be east of 95, say in Prince George's County, around Bowie and Mitchellville, and even over toward Anne Arundel County and Annapolis as well. And then by 11 o'clock, everything's pretty much gone. Maybe a leftover big storm down towards St. Mary's County, and then that's going to roll away pretty quickly. And then by the pre-dawn hours, we'll have some showers left over, but the severe weather will be out of here by 11, 12 o'clock. All right. Let's go back to this. Now, this is the line of storms that's rolling through, and this has got lightning, the whole works, hail, and possible tornadoes, Leesburg southward. Now it's east of Warrenton. They're moving northeast at about 20 miles an hour. Now, we'll zoom in. This is the tornado warning. This is a severe thunderstorm warning. There are all kinds of warnings right now, and the entire metro area is under a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock. But this is the warning, and you see, here's the district, and here's the warning box. And it's moving northeast. I mean, it's moving right toward the district and right into even eastern and northeastern Fairfax County, then toward Arlington, and then boom, perhaps into Montgomery County. So I would take this storm seriously. I would take cover whether or not we think a tornado is coming, and I would get folks off the second story. I would get folks in interior rooms if you can. Let's just play safe and get folks. You have a child napping in the second story. Bring him or her down to the first story, please, in case some trees go down. All right, we'll zoom in. This is Fairfax, so you're dead in the warning area. Again, it's moving off to the north and to the east. I'm going to sneak in the weather office. Just stay with me here. Just stay on CG 17. That's fine, Kathy. So we want you to take cover, interior room or basement preferably. Don't try to outrun it if you're in a car. If you know somebody's trying to come home, tell them to turn around, stop and take cover. It's just not worth it doing. We're going to zoom into this storm now and look at some characteristics of it, if you will. And again, I don't see a lot of shear with it. You know, it's a very bad storm, no doubt, but I don't see a whole bunch of shear with it. Now, there's the warning area. So right now, we're talking just hammer time in terms of rain. Crystal Springs and Center Heights and Braddock Road and Chantilly around 28. And again, everything is moving off to the north and to the east. So Tysons, you have light rain now, but you are going to get hammered here shortly as we go through the next 20 minutes. You're going to cross the toll road and eventually head toward the American Legion Bridge. Now I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit. We're going to take the warnings off, and we're going to take the radar off, and we're going to put on some shear and see what kind of shear we get with this. So there's a little bit of shear, especially actually to the north, actually to the northwest of Chantilly. There's a little bit of shear. We're looking at just to the east of Aldi, shear of 65 miles per hour, and some shear of 17 miles per hour as you get toward Chantilly. So again, I think whether or not it produces a tornado, we are still looking at winds anywhere from 40 to 60 miles per hour. I'm going to take shear off and leave hail on. There's a little bit of hail in this, and that is one thing we look for. Not every thunderstorm that produces a tornado has hail, but that is often the case. Around Yorkshire and Manassas, so the hail size here is not crazy big. So it's maybe dime size headed toward Yorkshire and headed toward Chantilly. So this is a serious storm no matter what form it takes, whether it takes the straight line winds, or whether it takes the tornadic route. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, and you can see this is the box that's delineated of the tornado warning. And it is if you're in Silver Spring, if you're in Tysons, okay, because this is moving off to the north and to the east, you got to start thinking about taking cover. So here it is on our storm tracker. Tysons at 7:58. Now it's raining there now, but just wait. In Tysons going around 123, it's going to just be really, really tough. American Legion Bridge 8:12, Bethesda 8:34, and College Park at about 8:47. And that's if this stays together. I think the thunderstorm itself will certainly stay together. We'll have to see. Again, this is a Doppler indicated tornado. It's an algorithm. It's an equation that just ticked enough boxes to issue the warning. We don't have any reports. If you want to send us a picture or tweet at us, please. I'm at Tenacious Topper, and we'd love to have storm pics and storm reports. But right now, we don't have anything other than Doppler indicated tornado. I'm going to zoom back out. I'm actually going to take the watches off for just a second, and I'm going to clear the track, and I'm going to put the radar back on, and you can just see how heavy this storm is. Now, that's what I mean. It's not raining hard yet in Tysons, but it will. Raining hard in Reston, in Chantilly, and Burke, and Manassas. And I'll zoom back out. We'll lapse this over the last hour. Everything's moving off to the north and the east. Even in Rockville, I would take cover. It's going to eventually go across the river. It's a pretty big storm. I mean, this is a line of storms that extend north of Leesburg all the way up into Frederick. And yes, this is some of the remnants of Tropical Storm Bill. And this is often the case when we get remnants of tropical storms. They can produce flooding. In fact, today is the anniversary, 1972, of Agnes, where we had as much as 12 inches of rain with the remnants of Agnes. So not that unusual. Every once in a while, yes, they will produce tornadoes a la Isabel and Ivan. So right now we're just looking at Doppler indicated tornadoes, but we don't see anything on the ground. There's another tornado warning too up here into Frederick and Loudoun County until 8 o'clock. So there's actually two that's going on. I know I've been focusing on Fairfax, but I don't want to forget you folks up here as well. In fact, let's just check what we have in terms of shear up here. There's a little bit of shear up there. Looks like around Tuscarora. We could have shear 53 miles per hour. So that's got at least some pretty good winds with it. May or may not have any rotation. And remember, shear is a couple of things. It's a change in wind speed and or direction over a short distance, both horizontally and vertically. So that can all lead to the rotation of a thunderstorm that can drop down a tornado. I actually want to go back and I want to actually look at this and see if we can find any rotation in this particular storm that is out in the Frederick area, which is actually pulling out now of Loudoun County. If you're in Loudoun County now, you're okay with the tornado warning. But if you are into Frederick, I'd be advised. We'll take the shear off, and again the green and the red indicates winds of different direction away from and toward the radar, and we'll just get a kind of an idea here what we got going. We got winds, so that's not that much. 13 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour. There's not too much rotation here. I think what I would be more concerned with if I were in the Poolsville area or points north, I think I'd be more concerned just with some straight line winds. We'll go up to Frederick now, and the storm is kind of on your doorstep. Again, red and green away and toward the radar, and that's what creates a rotation, if you will. Not seeing much. There's a 33-mile velocity away from the radar, so you're getting a little bit of wind this way and just a little bit of wind that way. But right now we don't see anything that's crazy in terms of rotation up there. But that said, we are looking at sure, got a traffic camera at I-66 and Lee Highway right now, and oh yeah, that's just horrible visibility. Rainfall rates out there are still